both the PNP and PDEA are insisting that they were conducting legitimate buy-bust operations before the misencounter that led to the deaths of 4 people. But why is it important to distinguish a buy-bust from a sell-bust operation? To answer that question, we have with us the PUP College of Law Dean and Criminal Law Professor Gemy Lito Festin. Good afternoon, Dean. Thank you for sharing your time with us this afternoon. Could you kindly distinguish for us as the NCRPO says a cell bust may have caused the misencounter between the PNP and the PDEA forces. Just to clarify, what is the idea behind a cell bust and what makes it so different from the legal buy bust?
Okay, a pleasant good afternoon to you and to everyone. I really don't know the concept of a sell-out bust, if there's such term as that. But there is a buy-bust operation. I think the issue pertains to a basic difference between what is entrapment and instigation. So a buy-bust operation, as established, is a legitimate form of entrapment. So what is an entrapment? An entrapment is where the police officer, okay, devises lawful ways and means on how to apprehend the offender. Okay, that means to say that the means, okay, must originate from that of the mind of the criminal and does not exempt him from any criminal liability. While in instigation, okay, the criminal design originates from the mind of the police officer or the authorities. The instigator practically induces the would-be defendant into committing the offense, and himself would become a co-principal. And without such instigation, the crime would not have been committed. In this case, okay, it would exempt the accused from any criminal liability.
Right, Dean.
So
At
if
this point,
we're going
both parties are saying that they both were conducting legitimate police operations at the time. Where would then be the misapprehension here if you're the PDEA or if you are the PNP? Where does the initial authority reside to conduct a buy-bust operation that's completely legal? And where is that line that is crossed when it becomes instigation?
I think the report is still sketchy. They still have no definite report on what actually transpired. But as I was saying, if it is a buy-bust operation, that's a legitimate operation. Because in the buy-bust operation, the offender at the onset has the possession of the illicit drug. And the apprehending officer would only engage into buying the same, okay, to entrap the person. But insofar as if there's really a such thing as a sellout, you would imagine that it will be the authorities who will be selling, okay, the illicit drug for at the onset. So therefore, it is illegal because they're now in possession of an illicit drug. And at that time, that is just my legal opinion, the would-be buyer would not be committing any crime except if without the inducement of the seller. So I don't know the concept of a sellout. Actually, I haven't read any decision on the matter rendered by the Supreme Court. But I could not imagine it will be the authorities will be selling and inducing another to buy from them.
Right, Dean, what is clear according to the report so far is that there was some form of miscommunication between and among the authorities, whoever was in charge of this particular buy-bust operation. But then, could you walk us through what it takes to have a legitimate buy-bust operation, and who are the people who need to be involved, and what authorities need to be notified so that these things don't happen?
Well, well, we go back to insofar as the illicit drugs are concerned, okay, the primary agency will be responsible would be the PDEA. That is their mandate. But the PNP is also charged with maintenance of peace and order, okay, public safety. Now, both bodies can conduct a legitimate by-bus operation. But insofar as the PNP is concerned, there must be a prior coordination with PDEA. So this is in the conduct of the by-bus operation, and this is pursuant to the implementing rules of 9165, particularly Section 86-A. So siguro, we will look into whether there is a coordination made by the PNP with the PDEA.
Right, Dean, it's clear then where the issue may lie. No? It's whether or not this particular procedure was in fact followed, but then what penalties may be imposed. I mean, who can be held accountable whether each or either party is found guilty of violating these protocols?
Well, it depends upon the result of the investigation. If there could be administrative proceedings, suspension, as well as dismissal from the service. Those are the administrative aspect. But if what they did is actually illegal, or if upon investigation there is actually selling for their own personal benefit, then they will be liable criminally for violation of Comprehensive Drugs Act. So there could be administrative proceeding as well as criminal proceedings for those who will be found liable if there will be a finding to that effect.
All right, administrative and criminal proceedings for those who are found liable. Thank you again for your time. Again, that was PUP Law Dean Gemy Lito Festin.